Hi, and welcome to Classic Advice. My name is Scarlett Classic. I am your host. This is my podcast all about my advice that I'd like to share with you. I also have co-hosts on, and they bring their own unique experience and expertise to the show, which is awesome. So I'm so happy that you decided to join, and let's dive right into the episode. Alrighty, before we dive into the episode, I know I do this every week. It should just be like a standard thing. You guys should expect it. I've got a shout out to a listener down in Boston. I see you in my stats. If that is you, hello, hello, hello. And also, I have a few updates for you guys, just things that I have done in the background, behind the scenes. The first couple of things I believe I mentioned this before, but I'm going to just tell you again. I made a calendar link on my website. If you scroll down, there's a little picture with a microphone. It says, "Be my guest" on there. If you guys want to use it, by all means, it is free. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I kind of figure that if you want to buy something, you'll just go buy it on your own. It's just free. It's free. And it doesn't necessarily need to mean, it doesn't need to be that we're recording. We can just hang out. That would be lovely too. The other thing that is new on my website is it's a work in progress. So it's kind of one of those things that every now and then, if it's something you're into, you can go check it out. But I put behind the scenes photos on there. So for example, I have a honeybee story that I'm going to be telling you guys next week, and the photos of said bee are on my website right now. And then my dogs are on there and all that good fun stuff. Me and my husband also went camping back in the Alberta wild, and just in the middle of nowhere, really. And I made a little video of our time out in the bush. At the very end of the video, I introduce you guys to my dogs. So yeah, if that's something that you guys, if it's up your alley, if you want to check it out, then it is there to make life easy. I'm just going to put a link to my YouTube channel down in the show notes. If you type in Classic Chronicles, DOTCA, all one word, no spaces, in the YouTube search bar, it should bring me up, but just to make life easy for everybody, link will be in the show notes. All right, let's get into the episode. It's okay to not be okay. Yeah, it's okay to not be okay all the time. That's something that I learned from my therapist. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself because I thought I had to be great all the time. So that's what this episode is going to be about. But before we dive too deeply into it, I wanted to let you guys know what's coming up in November for the Classic Advice Podcast. For my non-podcasting friends that are listening, November is Podcaster Post Month. And it's basically all podcasters are challenged to post every single day for the month of November. That's a lot of episodes. But I landed on an idea, and I've been doing my research on it. I've been writing out my notes. I've been getting ready to record. I haven't recorded just yet, but it's coming. I'm going to get there eventually. I'm going to pick a quote that I really like, that's encouraging, that's inspiring, that's deep, that I just love. I'm going to let you know about it. I'm going to give credit to where credit is due to the person that said it. And some of the quotes that I have found, I'm going to tell you who said them and a little bit about them, because one particular quote that I know of already, it becomes so much more powerful when you know who said it and the life that they led. So and then I'm just going to talk like maybe 5 minutes just about that. Like, not very long. They're not going to be long episodes, but I still want to do it. So that's what I came up with, and I'm really having fun researching, and I've got some really great quotes coming up, you guys. And I think I might even continue doing it, maybe not on the daily basis, but yeah, that's what's coming up for November. So I'm really excited for that. And that's we're almost at the end of August, so it's only like 2 months away. I got work to do. So let's get right into this topic of it's okay to not be okay. My goal every day is to tell myself that today is going to be a great day. But sometimes bad days, they just happen. They just come. And I try really hard to have a good day anyways. Like I've said before, find the one thing that went right that day. Because when I really think about it, when I'm journaling, there is always one thing that went really great today. Even if it's something simple, like the weather was beautiful and I was able to record outside instead of in my bedroom. Right? Like I'm actually outside right now. My dogs are running around playing. Roy's on night shift, so he's in the house sleeping. And the boys, they're not here. They're off to the off adventuring. Yeah, Levi's at his dad's, Riley's at his grandparents. And I love, it's a beautiful, beautiful go to. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's probably going to be really hot today. That's one thing. One thing that's going really great. I really try to have a great day every day, but that's not exactly how life works. It's not always going to happen, and that's okay. And I think we need to normalize the fact that not every day is going to be fantastic. I would dare to say that all of us are going through or dealing with something right now. Everybody's going through something. Like everybody that I know personally, like really well, they're all going through something. Some of it's bigger, some of it's smaller, but they're all dealing with something. And having your community to be honest with, it takes, when somebody tells you, hey, I'm not going through the greatest time right now, it's like it gives you the permission to be like, oh yeah, I'm going through this. And then bam, it's like, there's your community. Now you have someone that understands that it's all right to not be okay right now. They get it because they're going through something. Right now, my life is really crazy busy. Really crazy busy. It's summer and we have a really big, well, I wouldn't say it's really big. It's an acreage. Not like it's a farm or anything, but the yard is big and you need to mow it. We had a tree that we needed to cut down, so Roy fell it. And then a couple days later, we had a big storm come through and another tree fell down on my truck. And it's an older truck, so it's built like a rock, so it didn't wreck anything or whatever, but I need to deal with it. And then there was two other trees right by where we park our camper that they started really swaying, and I was like, oh, those need to come down where we want them to come down, not where they're just gonna, So I asked Roy to cut them down so they wouldn't fall on our camper, and he did that, and then I've been one tree a night de-limbing and stacking all the wood. And I've been going to bed about 10 o'clock every night. Just like I go to work, come home, and then I chop up trees, and then, yeah. So it's just, I've been really busy. I've got November coming up for my podcast, like I mentioned, and I need to do the research and make the notes on that so I can record and then upload those to my hosting sites and have them ready to go for November. And it's summer. We do a lot of camping. So the past few, we've gone camping 3 times now. And it's busy. Not all of it is bad busy. It just, I'm really, really busy right now, and I don't want to be this busy. Yeah. And that's just one example of, like, I'm just really busy. I just need a break. It's okay to not be okay. So I'm really trying hard to not beat myself up for feeling depleted and exhausted because I have been so busy. Yeah, of course I'm exhausted. Yeah, of course I'm, not doing the greatest right now because I'm just really busy, and I'm trying to get all these chores done so that I can go back to, I guess, the normal routine of things. Like I've said before, mindset is everything. Yeah, try to be positive, but you can have a positive mindset and still not be okay. Like for me, I'm exhausted right now. I'm not okay, but I'm having a positive mindset. I've already got 2 trees cut down, chopped up, and put away. So, I'm working at it little by little. Yesterday, I went to the city, which was an hour's drive away, and I love driving. I took Princess, my truck, and I loved it. So it was 2 hours yesterday that I had doing something that I really, really loved. I went and got my hair done. Afterwards, I took myself to Starbucks, which is something I don't do very often because Starbucks is pricey. But I've started to treat myself every 4 months or so-ish, give or take. I go get my hair done, and afterwards I take myself for a Starbucks. And it's like just a me day because nobody wants to come with me and sit in the salon for, hours and be bored. And while I was in town, I did a few other stops and just kind of spent the day myself doing things that I like to do. And it's important to take that time for you. Even though I had a million things to do at home, I was like, well, you know what? The trees aren't going anywhere. I took some time for me. I took some me time. Because I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm not quote unquote okay right now. So I took some time for me. And it was really nice. I really enjoyed yesterday. I'm still feeling pretty overwhelmed, but like the advice I gave last week, I'm trying to just focus on one wave at a time. I'm trying to just focus on one task at a time. So right now I'm focused on recording some episodes. And then later, once Roy's up, then I'm going to clean the house. And then this evening, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to relax and read or maybe watch a movie or something to just take a break. Because I have been working so hard this week. I need to take a break or I'm going to crash, and I don't want to crash. I don't want to get sick or something because I've been pushing myself too hard. And it's okay. If you're going through this, it's okay. I'm right there with you. We can be not okay together. My coping techniques when I get like this is, like I said, that one wave at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. So, for example, I have a lot of things on my list that I need to do. Yesterday, I focused on writing out notes for my podcast. I wanted to get 4 episodes done. So I wrote out the notes for 4 episodes. And then when I was done that, I watched a movie. And I just relaxed. Even though my floors still need to be done, even though my bathroom needs to get done, it's okay. I was like, I will do those things tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to record the episodes, and then I'm going to clean the house. So it's okay that not everything is getting done right now. because there's only so many hours in the day. I'm not Superman that can, like zip around really fast and get her done. Oh, that would be so nice. Where's Clark Kent when you need him, right? So yeah, that's one thing that I do. And I try to, like I said, take time for myself a little bit every day. It doesn't need to be like this week. It's not been a lot of time for myself to relax, but I do give myself just a little bit. I don't work just all day. The other thing is I try to practice mindfulness. Just be in the moment that you're in. And I have to tell myself that I should not feel guilty for taking my me time. I'm really bad for that. When something has to be done, it's always work first, play later. I'm like the opposite of a procrastinator. I can't sit and relax until all my tasks are done. And that can be just as bad as being a procrastinator, because then I don't relax. I don't give myself time to relax. And I need to get better at that. That's something that I'm working on myself is, okay, I have this mountain of things that I need to get done, but let's just tackle one thing at a time. And I'm really proud of myself because this week has been really productive for me. Talk to your friends. Book time with me. That's something that is relatively new on my website. If you if you go to my website, ClassicChronicles.ca, and you scroll down, and there'll be a little photo with a little microphone, and it says "Be My Guest," and then underneath it says "Book," and you click on that. It'll open up my calendar to times that work for me. You can pick a time that corresponds that works for you. It's an hour block of time. It's completely free. I don't charge anything for it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. And we can just, if you want to come on the show, we can discuss a topic that you want to come on the show, of course. But if you're going through a rough time and you just want somebody to talk to, then you can come and talk to me. I would love to talk to you and get to know you as one of my listeners. Talk to your friends. Let them know you're not doing great. Not to have a pity party, not to feel sorry for me, but just to let them know that you're not, doing the best right now. I believe that we need to normalize not being okay. Be vulnerable with people. Me talking to you guys, I'm basically broadcasting to the world right now that I am not okay. I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling tired. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I know that it's not going to last. Like I was telling you last week in my hardship episode. This storm is not going to last. Eventually I will get caught up in the yard work. Eventually I will get done with everything that's on my to-do list. I mean, laundry is kind of a never-ending story, but, the normal things. I'll get caught up and then it'll be good. It's not going to last. I can see the blue sky. It looks really far away. You're talking about being in the middle of a storm. My blue sky seems way over there. But it is there. It is there. It will end. It's okay to not be okay because eventually I will be okay again. I won't be tired. I'll be caught up. I won't have a mountain of things to do, and it'll be all right. My challenge for you guys this week is, if you are not okay, if your kids aren't okay, if your spouse or partner is not okay, just listen to them. Just be an ear. And if you're not okay, then find someone that you can talk to and tell them that, yeah, this is what I'm going through. And maybe then they'll open up to you and tell you what's going on in their world. And you guys can be there for each other. Part B of my challenge, to quote my buddy JJ down in Maine, to please pause and love yourself when you're not okay, and be aware of your ripple. All right, that's it for this week's episode. I hope that it was an encouragement to you if you're not okay, that it's okay. And here's to you. For every step that you take towards becoming a better you and making it count. Stay classic, you guys. And by that I mean stay excellent, stay unique, stay awesome. All right, have an awesome week, you guys, and we'll catch you next week. Bye. And that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you for listening all the way to the very end. Aw, you're the best. My website is ClassicChronicles.ca. If you want to head on over there, I have my co-hosts all listed there. If you click on their photos, it'll take you directly to their website. Go say hi to them. They would love to hear from you. Podcasters love hearing from their listeners. So go say hi. Don't be shy. And if you want to as well, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link on there, which all the proceeds I use to just pour right back into my podcast. It does cost me just a little bit to have this podcast going, and I would love to be able to support it instead of taking it out of my own pocket and maybe, take the kids for an ice cream because they don't like coffee. I love coffee though. So, all right, you guys take care and we'll see you next week. Bye.